If you've been watching Cross Season 1 and you're familiar with James Patterson's novels, one name probably stands out immediately: Kyle Craig. And if you know the books, you know this isn't just another villain. Kyle Craig is the mastermind in the Alex Cross universe. Now, whether Season 1 explicitly reveals him or simply plants seeds, understanding who Kyle Craig is in the books completely changes how you look at the series. In James Patterson's novels, Kyle Craig starts as an FBI agent. On paper, he's everything you'd expect from someone hunting criminals alongside Alex Cross. He's intelligent, disciplined, respected. But that's exactly what makes him so dangerous. Because behind that badge is a mind operating at a completely different level. Craig isn't a chaotic killer. He's strategic, calculated, patient, and most importantly, he's obsessed with intellectual superiority. What makes Kyle Craig the true mastermind in the books isn't just that he commits crimes. It's that he orchestrates long-term psychological warfare. He doesn't want to simply defeat Alex Cross physically. He wants to outthink him, outmaneuver him, and ultimately prove that he's smarter. That obsession becomes central to his character arc. In the novel Violets Are Blue, Craig is revealed as the criminal known as the Mastermind, a manipulator who operates behind the scenes while others take the fall. That title isn't random. Patterson deliberately positions him as someone who builds networks, uses people as pawns, and creates layers of protection between himself and the crime. That's what makes him terrifying. He doesn't act impulsively. He constructs elaborate plans years in advance. He studies Cross. He anticipates reactions. He understands how law enforcement thinks because he's part of it. And that insider knowledge gives him a massive advantage. If Cross Season 1 is pulling from that blueprint, then Kyle Craig isn't just another suspect. He represents the long game. One of the defining traits of Craig in the books is duality. To the world, he's competent and trustworthy. But underneath that calm exterior is someone who believes he's intellectually superior to everyone around him, especially Alex Cross. That superiority complex fuels everything he does. He doesn't see himself as a villain. He sees himself as the smartest man in the room. And that's why he's the mastermind. In Patterson's storytelling, Craig isn't loud. He doesn't need spectacle. His power comes from invisibility, from control, from being the architect rather than the executioner. He creates systems. He recruits others. He manipulates outcomes without exposing himself. When you apply that lens to Season 1, you start noticing something important. The true mastermind wouldn't necessarily be the most obvious threat. It would be someone positioned close enough to the investigation to guide it. Someone who understands procedure. Someone who knows how to redirect suspicion. That's classic Kyle Craig. Another key element from the books is how personal the rivalry becomes. Craig doesn't just want to commit crimes. He wants to challenge Cross intellectually. He wants Cross to know he's being tested. That psychological cat-and-mouse dynamic is what elevates the story beyond a standard procedural. And it's why fans of the novels immediately look for Craig whenever a long-term manipulator appears. If the series is building toward a larger arc, introducing or hinting at Kyle Craig early would make sense. In the books, he becomes one of Cross's most enduring and dangerous enemies. He's not a one-season antagonist. He's a shadow that lingers. That's the thing about masterminds in Patterson's world. They don't burn out quickly. They evolve. They adapt. They return. Kyle Craig represents the ultimate betrayal too. An FBI agent secretly orchestrating criminal networks isn't just a twist. It's a collapse of trust within the system. And that thematic element fits perfectly with modern thriller storytelling, where institutions themselves aren't always stable. So when we say Kyle Craig is the mastermind in James Patterson's Cross books, we're not exaggerating. He's the benchmark, the intellectual rival, the long-term chess player. And if Season 1 is laying groundwork for that arc, then the real game may have only just begun. Because in the Alex Cross universe, the most dangerous enemy isn't the one chasing you. It's the one standing beside you, already 5 moves ahead.